You know what? I will come down off this stage. Form a line, I will fuck up each and every. I know the rare American martial arts. Fuck you. All right, no, I'll tell you why. I was doing this is when I was obsessed with Final Fantasy, okay? I was doing everything. I was doing the full completion run. First time through. I was doing everything. I was doing the weapons, God help me, I was doing the fucking chocobo races. I got a golden chocobo. Yeah, I did. Shut up. I raised my chocobo. I love that little bastard. So I get to the very end. I'm about to face Sephiroth. I've beaten everything. I didn't beat what's the hardest weapon? Emerald weapon? Ruby weapon? Whatever. So I haven't beaten that one. I'm gonna go back and do it. So but you know, I'm in high school. I just started high school. So I've got this test and it's like 2 in the morning and I'm like, okay, so I'm all set up. I want to enjoy this. I'm gonna beat this game, but I'm gonna do it later. So I got this test tomorrow. So I save my game, turn it off. I come back from school, turn it back on. I'm ready to fight this guy. Load it up. Your memory card is corrupted. No! I tried again. No. It was done. And it's one of those things like you're just not going to do it again. I couldn't do it again. I know that a lot of you guys are like, we'll play it again. That's a great game. I'm like, no, fuck it. It was only a few years ago that I was like, YouTube exists. YouTube has kind of killed a lot of gaming lately to where you're like, if it's a game's too hard, you're like, fuck it, I'll YouTube the ending. It's kind of turned a lot of gamers into pussies. It has. Right? You're like, this Dark Souls is too hard, I'll watch a Let's Play. I don't do that. I never do that. I suck at games most times, but I never do that unless I really, really have to. Which is, again, unless I really, really have to. Like, well, for instance, Pumpkinhead. The game's impossible. I have no idea how that guy beat that game. I don't get it. Like, I asked that guy, he's like, I just played it and I figured it out. And I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, you could be locked in a bunker for years and playing that game and not figure that shit out. And it's like, I just did. And I'm like, there's no way you can walk through a fucking wall and figure out a fire extinguisher gets to walk over fucking lava. And I'm like, you know, so I finally saw the ending to Final Fantasy VII where the power of love repels a meteor, and I'm like, you know what, I'm kind of glad I didn't watch this at the time, because that's stupid. And then I watched Advent Children. Yeah, that one's going to be inevitable as a review, isn't it? I like how fucking Cloud has a motorcycle that's custom built to hold like a dozen swords. Like, where do you go to get a he goes into like a fucking Harley store and he's like, okay, bear with me. I need a motorcycle, but I need a custom built. See this sword? I need room for like 8 of these. How does he know that he can block like machine gun fire? Like, because he just like it's no problem. Like it's like in Tekken where he can like bite a tomahawk. It's no sweat. Even if I could, like, I don't know if I'd want to test that because man, I bit into a corn nut once and broke it. Nah. Ouch. That would suck. 97 damage? Yeah. Sephiroth is one of those guys who, fandom keeps him alive. You know? It's like, reboot. Like, Advent Children was one of those movies where, like, you know, he's dead, but it's not a Final Fantasy VII movie without the guy, is it? Because if we don't, like, he's not in that movie. You know? It's like that's that guy who looks like him, but isn't him. And then they're like, no, fuck it, they'll bitch if we don't have him in, so let's resurrect him, kinda. So he's gotta be in it, and then we gotta have a fight, and then he's live stream. Fuck it, you wanna watch a Final Fantasy VII movie or not? And we're like, yes. Doesn't make any sense, but okay. I guess we will. Geostigma or something, I don't know. And Midgar and things. Vincent oh my god! Oh, Dirge of Cerberus. Gacked. You sold out Gacked. Actually, Gacked was pretty good in that game. That was the best part of that game. Oh my god, though, they talk forever in that game, though. I never could figure out, was Vincent a vampire or what? He's not. But why did they put him in a coffin? In Final Fantasy VII, that confused the shit out of me. But yeah, well, like, you can see where I was confused, though, because when you find Vincent, he's in a coffin. And he dresses like a vampire. He's got, like, the fucking boots and, like, I don't even know what's up with the boots, but, like, he dresses like he's fucking, he dresses like Alucard from Hellsing, kinda, like, with the, he's just like goth, yeah, and like, he's not a vampire, but like the entire, I don't know, but like, they never like ask him about it, but I don't know, but he's not. He's some kind of like super soldier, but yeah, that's never, we needed a data log. That would have helped. Dirge of Cerberus did explain in great detail, in agonizing detail, where he comes from. Yeah, that's okay though. That's okay. It changes. She said it changes the details from the previous games. Of all the games though that we're going to make sequels to, why 13? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because the thing is, they were always going to make a huge franchise out of 13. It was kind of preordained because they put so much time and effort into making 13. You know, they were always going to make this huge series out of it. So, you know, they put all this time to, they put millions and millions and millions into the graphic design, the art design, the world building. So they essentially developed a company around it. There was all this foundation laid around this company, and so it's kind of one of those things where, like, you've thrown millions into making this project. They threw millions essentially into making 3 games from the beginning. So they made one, and so it's kind of one of those things where you've invested 2/3 of the money already, so you can't just throw it away. So they were kind of committed to making 3 already. So it was kind of one of those things where we complained, like, oh shit, they're making another one? Didn't they get the message? They were always going to make at least 3. You know what I mean? That was always the problem. Thing is, though, I don't know if Lightning Returns is going to be the same style. I really hope they do versus. I really hope they're going to do versus. They're not? Because fuck you, yeah. I still hope they keep the same style that I saw in the previous game, because they rip off Kingdom Hearts, but that's a good thing. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'll take it. I'll take that. There's nothing wrong with ripping off Kingdom Hearts, as long as Goofy's not in it. Well, even that Even that, I'll take it. I'll take Donald Duck. You guys like Donald Duck? It'll be big in Finland. That's right. So you'll see Hope fucking around with Donald Duck. That would be awesome. Fucking Sephiroth leaps out of the live stream. Gosh! Sephiroth done killed Donald.
Oh my God! Donald's dead, huh?
Someone throw a phoenix down.
It's too late.
Oh my God, a fan fiction is born. I say DuckTales. Did you see the remake of DuckTales? Yeah. I don't know why they're remaking that. Like, well, why don't they do a new DuckTales? Like, they're doing new Mega Man games, do a new DuckTales. I don't. Very, very strange because Capcom. They could do new things with Final Fantasy VII, like expand the romance options. Like, why can't we have sex with Barrett? We should be able, in this day and age, we should be able to have sex with every single character in the game. That's why Mass Effect 3 was bullshit. I should be able to have sex with Grunt. Damn it! Legion is damn sexy. Don't even get me started on that fucking game. Oh man. So what? Now, I'm kind of interested. What was the game that really started it for you in terms of like rage? You know, like was there a game that was always very curious for you in terms of like it's 10-2? 10-2 was kind of 12. Yeah, well, I guess what I was trying to say is like what started you to turn against the series? Was it like 12? 10-2? Really? 10. Blitzball? 10-2 seemed to be the one where everyone started to really scratch their heads and be like, although I didn't get it because actually if you 10-2 wasn't that bad. You saw my review, right? It wasn't that bad. Come on. It was fan servicey, but all told, it wasn't that bad. 9 was good. 9 was one of those games. 9 was one of those games where I will freely admit it was a great game, but I just don't like the art style. That's just me. Just me. That's all on me. It's a childish reason, but you've had games like that. You do. You've had games like that where you just look at it and you're like, oh, I hate that. Ugh, ugly. You know. It's kind of like I'm trying to think of a game. Huh? Yeah. Actually. Oh, here we go. Wind Waker. Actually, I'm kind of with you on that one. How do you do that? How do you do HD cell shading? It's fucking... I'll save you. I'll save you here. Paper Mario. No? Wow, I thought that would get me hate big time. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, my favorite one is actually Air Gaze. Because you get to beat the shit out of Squall. And Titus whenever you want. No, actually the better one is Kingdom Hearts, because you get to do that anyway. Kingdom Hearts is another one that I just don't get. Because nobody can explain to me Kingdom Hearts. Even fans can't explain to me Kingdom Hearts. Like, they just go, no, they're just like, well, it's just fun. And I'm like, no, because they play the game and they're just like, well, it's kind of about, like, bad things are happening and they're stealing hearts and goodness stops them. Keys! And they unlock the goodness in people, and that stops the bad. That's about it. Because really, it's kind of bullshit. Now, there's, oh my God, there's one over there! Ah! 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 I'm sorry. No, like I said, it's actually it's a very well-made game, but the plot, I think by intention, kind of doesn't make sense. Because, let's face it, you've got a universe that's Final Fantasy and Disney. Okay. Which raises the second question, is this in continuity? If so, how? Because now you've got Auron, a guy like Auron from Final Fantasy X, who is in hell. And then you've got Aeris, who's alive now, and Cloud, who wants to kill Sephiroth. Whatever. Aerith. You've got Cloud who wants to kill Sephiroth for no reason now, because Sephiroth killed Aeris, but he didn't kill Aeris because Aeris is alive. But he's really pissed at Sephiroth now for ah! I don't get it. Or Leon. I'm sorry, Leon. What? Ah! It's very weird. Hyper time. It's just, and then somebody explained to me, it's actually, they're like, okay, no, it's not in continuity. It's just like, this is a series where it's just kind of, it's a Disney universe that happens to have characters who happen to share the same names and appearances as Final Fantasy characters. And that's where it ends. And I'm like, okay. How about the gummy ships? You know what? I don't want to know. So, how did we end up in Tron? Oh wow. But yeah, it really must suck being a Kingdom Hearts fan. No, let me finish. Because to be fully caught up on the Kingdom Hearts series, you have to own every goddamn console ever made to play those games. They're on everything. It's like DS, PSP, Vita, 3DS. It's gotta be horrible. Which one? Yeah. All of them know the games are fun, but it's also gotta be so expensive. It's like, oh man. I mean, I know it's rewarding, because really I know it must make more sense. Like, I know I'm being an asshole, but like, it doesn't make any sense. Spoony's being a dick. I am. I'm breaking your balls, but like, I mean, when it all ties together, it makes a whole lot more sense. Plus, Leonard Nimoy's in the voice cast, and I mean, I don't care if it doesn't make sense. Fucking Leonard Nimoy. It's almost worth watching Transformers 3, because no, it's not. I'm I'm sorry, Mr. Spock. He's awesome in that movie. But man, I was actually trying to catch up on the Kingdom Hearts series because the later games they control really, really well. But yeah, I'm sitting there going like, I need a Vita now? I don't want a Vita. Oh, it has Persona 4? Ooh. Oh, Persona 4 is so good. If you don't have Persona 4, has anyone not heard of Persona? Dude. That's my favorite. If you want to know what my favorite RPG is, it's Persona 4. Persona 3 is great too. Hello. Yeah. Oh. Minions! Swarm! You! Mitsuru! Yeah. The Persona series in general is great. I like the whole Shin Megami Tensei series in general, but yeah. Persona 4 is, and Persona 4 Golden is so well developed in general, but yeah, on the Vita is just, it's unbelievable how much content they've packed into that. But actually, I forgot what I was going to say with Final Fantasy VII. In terms of like how much money they were going to, let me see if I can close off that particular branch with Final Fantasy VII with this little quiz. Just to see how much money they could possibly make on this one. Just as a quiz here. What would Final Fantasy VII be worth to you? Let's say if they were to release it on the PlayStation Network, let's say, you know, it'd be worth like €5 to you, right? Like raise your hand if it'd be worth like 5. Okay? 5. Okay, now keep your hands up if it, you know, let's say it'd be like, you know, 10. Keep your hands up. 15. Oh, I'd lose you at 15? Really? Okay. Keep them up. Now, I'm gonna start getting higher on you, and I want you to be honest. Yes, I'm talking HD. Now, let me, because Final Fantasy VII is on the PlayStation Network. It's like the normal version. Now, let me be clear here. Put your hands down. I don't want you to like. Now, let me be clear here. Let's say this was like bells and whistles, like they went all out. HD, fully voiced, with the option to turn it off. Japanese and English, and Finnish. If you wanted, if Japanese, English, Finnish, whatever. No, you don't want Finnish. They'd fuck it up? Wow. Okay. Not in Finnish. It would be, no. It would be in the description. Definitely not in Finnish. Not one word in Finnish.
I mean, have you heard Finnish language?
No. I have no. But yeah. Let's say bells and whistles with the option to turn any of these off. Okay. You know, HD, fully voiced or not. Subtitles, English, Japanese, voice, English, Japanese. You know, graphics even, option to turn them on or off at will. Music, fully orchestrated or not. So, you know, this is full nights. They went full production on this. So, 30. Yeah? 50. 75. Be honest. Yeah? 100. Be honest. Really? 200! The fact that some of you were thinking about it, that says a lot, doesn't it? The fact that some of you were agonizing over that idea, and some of you eventually would have cracked. You'd have hated it. You'd have hated every second. You'd have been like, you squick fuckers. God, I love this game. I get to finally have sex with Parrot. It's amazing, isn't it? Right? So that that's how I started thinking about that. You know, like, I don't even like the game that much. I like it. But like, I started doing that little quiz in my head. You know, like, just from the sheer, like, historical importance of that game, you know, just kind of doing that little price raising in my head. When I started to get like $200, I was like, wow. The fact that I'm even thinking about that, I don't make that much money. The fact that I'm like, oh, I'd save up for that. Like, that's like a console. It would sell consoles for that, you know? How many games today can you think of would sell consoles? Not many. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts, you know, it used to be, not many, like Halo used to sell consoles. Which one? Used to. Monster Hunter. Actually, what's funny is Monster Hunter Ultimates on the Wii U, actually, I would kind of consider a console seller. But GTA 5, well, that remains to be seen. What's funny about Monster Hunter is it's a port. Right? And it's still the best game on the Wii U. By far. Well, no games yet. It's still been a year. Can you believe that? It's been a year and there's no games on the Wii U except for fucking Monster Hunter. And that's been already, it was made a long time ago and it's still the best game. Oh my God. Tekken Tag, yeah. Donkey. As soon as they make multiplayer Donkey Kong, sure. Well, it is multiplayer, I guess, but not simultaneous. But yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah. I will leave you with that particular remark when you think about how much money those guys are just not flushing down the toilet, but potentially just kind of just in the air, floating around out there. How much money they could be making if they just kind of just reached out and took it. You know, if I were running this company, I don't know what's holding them back. It's like, put me in there, coach. I'm ready. If only I ruled the world. You know, I'm so much smarter than everybody. I don't know. I guess that's just me. Give me your 200 euros. I'll give you Final Fantasy VII, but I guess I'd rather give you that than Final Fantasy fucking 13-3. You know, those guys got better things to do than Lightning Returns, you know that? And I'd rather give you that. I'd rather let you fuck Barrett than fuck you with Final Fantasy 13. Until then, I hope you guys have a great time at Animecon. I will see you guys later. I will be at Game Fappler.